Hello. Oh my goodness. I am so excited to be on. And Alessandra is coming on in a moment. We'll give her, oh, there she is. All right. All right. Hopefully, there we go. Alessandra is there and she is coming on live.
Yay, here we are.
Hey,
Hi.
we're here. We're together. I love being with you.
Me too.
This is so fun.
So fun. So fun.
All righty. So today we are talking about business. We're talking about aligning it with our soul. We're talking about aligning with our passion, with our intuition and our intellect.
Yes.
Because it's one thing to have intuition, it's one thing to have intellect, and it's quite another thing to have both.
Yes. And make money using them. That's what I'm all about. We gotta tap into your intuition and intellect and the strategy and make a lot of money doing it.
Yes. I love that. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm super excited. First, let's jump into some business and intuition. And how did you decide that you wanted to bring in that intuitive part of you into your business?
Well, it honestly felt like I have to, right? I was so much in, I would say, in the books, right? So I have my master's in social work. I was a therapist for a long time. I wouldn't say a long time, a few years before I went into life coaching. And up until that point, I had really just gone by what I had learned, right? That intellect, the knowledge that I had learned from my master's, and really operated from that place. And then also moving into the life coaching realm and business coaching realm and business strategy realm, I really operated heavily from knowledge, right? Like external knowledge. And it always felt, and it was great, and results and awesome. It was awesome and great, but I always felt like something was missing, right? Like what, obviously I did so much mindset work, as a therapist, like I can't not do that, right? But I felt like something was missing in two places. Was missing in my client results, right? Like they were getting results, but I was like, I think these can be better. And then also in my life, it was missing. And so that's when I started kind of going on my journey of like listening. I was going to say finding, but it's actually listening and trusting and creating my own modalities and following other modalities and just really starting to dive into combining the two. How about you?
Absolutely. Well, I was way in my head as an electrical engineer for 15 years. And so I lived completely from intellect. And in fact, I forgot what it was to even have intuition. I didn't allow myself to feel. I didn't allow intuition into my business. I mean, yeah, I would make like gut instincts, right? Comments, but it wasn't until I had a really difficult situation when I was carrying my third child and didn't know if he would make it that I actually tapped into intuition, into who I was. And it's unfortunate that it took me so long, but it was part of my process.
Yeah.
And what it gave me was this realization of the intuitive knowing that we have within us can guide everything. However, we were sent here with not just an intuitive knowing, but a brain and a mind to build intellect. And so the magic, if you will, the magic happens when we meld both of them, when we bring them both together. And we bring together that intellect and that intuition, and then we allow us to lead from there. It's like coming into alignment with an energy, right? Like coming into alignment with a frequency.
Yes.
And within that energy and within that frequency, that's where we find what it is that we're called to do in the next step of our life.
Right. I was going to say, and then the action comes through.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever that looks like, whether that sometimes you're going to see the whole journey lay out and like all the steps start to, or you only see that first step. That's what I always say. It's like, sometimes you're going to see everything. You're going to have the whole vision mapped up. I also think this is in particular like human designs, where some people are more like they can see the whole picture and some people just like see the steps ahead, which neither is right or wrong. You just need to trust what you receive, right? Whether that is the whole picture or whether that is that first step, and then to take it.
Yes.
You got to take
you
it
on that. And that is something that I'm good at, and I'm going to own that, is I'm willing to take this step and the action. And that's the women that come to me, are the women that take the steps and the actions, and they may be scared to take them, but they realize that taking them is necessary.
Yeah.
And yeah, a leap of faith. Absolutely. It is. In fact, I just wrote this down in my notebook, which I thought I had right here, but it's, even when there's fear, we can have this faith in our message and in our mission and ultimately in ourselves.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I believe that there's no such thing as fearless. Like, I believe that fear is the beacon to the direction that you're meant to go. So if you're feeling fear, because there's bigness on the other side of that, right? Like, it's like, if I'm not feeling fear, then I'm like, oh, well, then that's not big enough. Then I'm not feeling big enough, right? Yeah. And that's where we can begin to really tap in and trust our bodies, right? And fear is coming through our bodies. Like, I don't see fear as a bad thing. I see it like I said, like as a beacon. Mm-hmm. Hey, you're going in the right direction. Now you're going to need to bring all your tools in to be able to walk with fear.
Yeah.
And not let it drive.
Right. It's like an informant. It informs.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, let's go this way.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, are you really ready to go that way?
Right. Like, really, seriously. I always make this joke about like when you're in breath work and you get all these things that you're supposed to do, like all those steps, and you're like, oh yeah, like I can see myself doing them. It feels so easy. And then after you get out of breath work, or like maybe a few hours later when you come back from that high, and your brain's like, wait, what did you say we were going to do? And your higher self is like, we are jamming. This is easy. Your brain's like, wait a second. This feels like too much.
Yes. I love that. I love that. And speaking of breath work, what are you most passionate about? Why do you use breath work?
Oh gosh, that's like a big, wonderful question. I love it for that exact reason. It gets you out of your head, because your head is going to come up with all the reasons why not to. Your head is going to try to tell you that's unsafe, tell you that's scary, tell you they'll say no, tell you all the things, right? All the limiting beliefs. And it gets you out of your head and into your body, which our bodies know. Our bodies remember who we are, and then our bodies also code all the traumas and the beliefs and everything in there. So that's why we need to go into the body to clear it out, not into the mind, because the mind is informed from the body. So all those thoughts that we have, that your mind is like chattering at you 24/7, it's coming from the body. And so if you just try to go into the mind to do them, which I did for years, oh my gosh, I just lived in my journal, journaling all these, oh great, I had a big breakthrough, woo, it's like, like I had a lot of those, and it didn't do what it needed to do for me. And so why I love breath work, both personally, like I use breath work. Yes, I'm like the founder of Money Breathwork, but I use breath work for everything. Like I use it for motherhood. I use it for womanhood. I use it for, managing anxiety and managing all the things. Like I use it in both life and business. And it's been so powerful for me because I was so brain-based, like we were saying, like so brain-based, so knowledge-based, so in my head, even though I did like tons of things like visualization and meditation and all these things, I did those. But breath work was the thing. I wouldn't say the only thing, because there's so many amazing tools out there, obviously, but it was the thing that worked for me to get me out of my head and into my body, where I then started being able to heal the things that needed to be healed and feel the feelings that I needed to feel. And then access, this is the most important part, access the part that I was just talking about, the version of me who believes anything is possible, remembering who I am and who I came here to be, and connecting with her so that she leads.
Yes.
I mean, that's what breathwork does.
Yes.
Good breathwork.
Yes.
We've had this conversation.
Yes, we have had this conversation. Embodied breathwork.
I like that. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. Tell us more about your, like, the tools that you use and your magic of how you do the intellect, the intuition, and melding them, and how you bring those to life.
Yeah, absolutely. So I believe also in the power of the body. I also believe in the power of unlearning in meditation and in connecting with our heart or soul, whatever you want to call it. And so when we do that, when we go into a session, when I'm with a woman or in a larger group of women, we first take a concept and we unlearn it. And in that, our mind opens. We learn that what we thought was true is no longer true. And once we understand that, once we open our mind to that, the mind is more curious and allows us to go a little deeper within ourselves so that we can access the parts of us that need to be accessed in order for the healing to be happen.
Yeah.
And I'll be real. What I do is I bring in this spiritual connection to your divine highest self, your soul, and to allow you, because you have all the answers, to access what is within you in a place that feels good. And so through that unlearning process, we go deeper through a meditative process and to get into the body, and then we allow the body to bring it up, right? We do the same work in a different way.
I love
it. It's about accessing the body. It's about allowing our spirit, our soul to lead us in a way that feels aligned. And as we both started out, it's about gaining that clarity on our next steps, because that's what's key. We can sit here and heal all day long. Great. It's lovely. Continue to do it if that's what you're doing. And if you're meant to follow your soul's purpose and mission, then you've got to take the action. You've got to know what it is, get clarity on that action, and then take it. Yeah. And I am so adamant about that in each healing session that I do. Because if you don't have a clear action or next step that you're going to lead with, you're not going to feel stuck per se. But you're going to be like, okay, well, what's next? You're going to feel in limbo. Right? And we don't want to feel in limbo. We want to feel aligned. And that's what we're here to do. To align with our mission, to align with our purpose, to serve the women and the people that we are called to serve.
I keep thinking as you're talking, and get paid.
And get paid, and get paid, and get paid, and get paid, and get paid.
And because that is the circulation of energy, and like your divine purpose is to be in abundance, right? It is to live out your purpose and to serve and to be a beacon of light and to heal. And whoever, who's listening to this right now, of like what your passion and purpose is, like you are meant to do it, and you're not meant to struggle in it. You're not meant to be a struggling artist. You're not meant to just get by. Like you're meant to be like wildly, like you're meant to wildly receive, like the word that wasn't coming through for me there. But it's like, you're meant to have and to hold and to receive money for that purpose, right? And it's like claiming that. I think that this is such a big conversation in the spirituality realm, because so many people like undercharge and say, well, I could give this for free. I would do this for free. I would do this, right? It's just like, I should do this for free. It's like, no, because you have to have money to live in our realm, right? Like in the human space, we need it. And so you have to get paid, period. And the best way to do that is to do it in aligned action, soul-driven action, versus the mind and the shoulds and like all the distractions that happen there's like strategies for everything. Like you can choose your next adventure, right? Like there's so many things. And what I found is I knew all those strategies and I've known all those strategies. And when I was able to start listening to my body and my soul and my spirit, it was like, okay, like this is how we want to do it, or these are the next steps, right? And then that's when I was able to like start moving past my own glass ceilings, right? Because I've been in glass ceilings for the last, 6 years, and this last year shattered that. And I imagine, and I'm planning on shattering it again this year, right? But it's through these, it's not hustling more. It's not even doing more. It's not even like, I was just writing an email today about the different types of people who get like, and I think it's like the same for us, like the two different types of results that people do that get when they come into our world, right? They're either taking really aligned actions, and our work magnifies that and amplifies that, right? And they become even more magnetic to aligned clients and money and all that. Or they're in this space of not taking the consistent action or not taking the aligned action. And so our work begins to clarify that and to drop them into their soul and receive those actions. So I feel like those are the two types where it's like, oh yeah, you're killing it already. Like, we're going to help you kill it more. Or you need that foundation coming from your soul and not from your head.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Because when we're coming from our head, that continuous pushing, that continuous, I need to get more things done, I need to implement, but then not being able to do it or to follow through is huge.
Yeah.
And then I would ask, is it that what you're doing, is that in alignment?
Right. Most of the time it's not.
Does it have a purpose?
Right. Yeah. I mean, and I do feel like there's so many lessons to be learned on our journey, right? Oh. Like you even said it, like 15 years, I wish I had learned it earlier. Preaching to the choir, same. And like, look at all the lessons that you learned along the way. And so I also see, misaligned actions or things that you've done in the past. It's like, use that as beautiful information and lessons. I always believe that we are in the exact moment we are meant to be. Like, you're watching this right now, you are in the exact place you're meant to be. You're meant to hear this right now. And you're probably meant to move, right? You're meant to move on that next step, whether that is joining us for something or whether that is whatever else your soul and intuition is being pulled to. I believe we're on the right moment, and trusting that instead of trying to let our brain pull us other places is the key. And that's the key to wealth, and it's the key to joy, and it's the key to wealth with joy, right? Like abundance with the life that you want.
Yeah. And I think that also what's missing a lot is fun and collaboration. And just bringing that into what we do. Like, I feel so blessed, so excited to be working with you, and, just us bringing things into the world together. Entrepreneurship can be a lonely journey.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And having someone there with you, it really makes a difference. It really does. And I believe that what we're doing is different.
Oh, yeah.
It's different. It's not I'm running a program and I want you to come in and join me and do this. It's let's collaborate at that next level, that intense level, intentional level, that we make a huge impact.
And I just see so we just talked a little bit about the gifts and what we bring in, and like, oh my gosh, like as we talk about this, and as I connect with you almost every day anyways, but it's like when I can just feel your energy, I feel our energy coming together and our gifts are amplified, right? Like when Jessica and I bring our magic together, and we do it together in full collaboration, like you said, not like, hey, come into my program or don't come into my whatever, but it's like, we're doing this together. The results, this is going to be our first time doing it, but like, so I can imagine, are going to be like way magnified. Like, we are two very powerful people coming together to blow your minds, right?
Yes.
Like, and it's fun. Like, that's the biggest part, coming back to the fun piece.
Yeah.
You know, like I talk about this with my husband all the time, like so much I'm sitting in front of a computer. I love being on Zoom with my clients. I have so much fun. But it's like when you're in that collaboration and you're not alone in it, it is so much more fun. And we're like meant to have a
Yes.
lot more fun. Just period.
Yeah. Fun is my word for 2024. I love fun.
Yes.
I
Yes. Like
love
we're meant,
laughing.
and fun is magnetic. Like the more fun you have, the more ideas are going to flow to you, the more opportunities are going to flow, the more money, obviously, like the more money's going to come. And so when you put yourself into rooms or partnerships or friendships or collaborations, whatever that looks like, when you put yourself into more places like that that are fun, you're going to turn up your magnetism. Like I know us just making this decision is putting us on this our own trajectories of magnification, right? Just because we said we got out of our own like, oh, I want to do my own thing, or I want to do my own thing. We said, no, let's do this together, right? And that is just so powerful in itself.
No, I'm so excited. I'm so
I
excited.
know.
Well, this has
Oh
been
my
so
gosh.
fun, and we could literally talk
I
for
could
hours. You know
literally
that.
talk to you for hours. Like it's just like what it is.
We may or may not have spoken
Right.
before this, and maybe later. But anyways, but I'm super excited. What would you want to say to someone who would be thinking about working with us?
I mean, you're going to get this a space where you are so divinely supported by good humans that will bring you back to yourself. I mean, I could just keep saying more things, but like bring you back to yourself and set you on the path that you want to be walking. Like, I just really feel like that so deeply. Like, there are so many choices in this space. Like, there's so many choices of retreats or masterminds or programs. Like, there's so many beautiful choices. And our path will align with yours if we're your choice, right? Like if that is an alignment, like we're not people we were talking about the other day. I'm not people to try to convince or anything. It's like if our paths feel aligned and you're like, ooh, I'm drawn to that energy. If you're drawn to this energy, imagine it in person. Imagine us being able to hug you. Imagine us being able to laugh with you. Like, and then imagine that with other women who are on that same path. Like, I feel like it's so powerful to not just choose a space. Like, I think about this a lot, actually, not just choose a space for like the leaders, right? But if you're being attracted to a particular leader, right? Think about, well, if I'm being attracted to that person and wanting to work, then I'm going to be putting myself in a room with others who are as well. And that's the power of community, right? And putting yourself in a space with other women like you, let alone me and her. Like, we're amazing and we love you, we're just going to
And we
jam and
love
just
you.
like,
Yes.
yeah, like seriously, like it's just like so contagious and amazing. But at the same time, like we are committed, like this is such a big commitment of both of ours to bring women together who are going to amplify each other as well and to really like be in community and connection. And so like you're not just getting that, you're not just getting us and like the gifts that we can bring and the gifts that we can bring to align you to your path and to help you make more money and to help you bring your spiritual gifts and all your gifts out to the world, but you're also joining a sisterhood, right? That is then going to support you in that as well. I mean, it's just, yeah. Your thoughts?
I love it. I love it. Yes. It's about aligning to your purpose, aligning with trust, and sharing your message in the world in a profitable way.
Mm.
But really, when we dig deeper, when I go deeper and I'm in this space already, I'm sitting there envisioning this, it is such deep connection. This is like lifetimes in waiting.
Yeah.
You're going to come in and it's going to feel like your family of light. They're
Mm-hmm.
going to say, oh my gosh, I feel like I know this person, or I'm so excited for this person to succeed. I want to see them grow. I want to feel them inspired and empowered and doing their work in the world. And that's what I believe a huge difference that we bring is that this woman empowerment,
Yeah.
this empowerment of raising people up, not putting people down. It's like We want to see you rise, and everyone else in this room also wants that as well.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's contagious. And so like when they rise, you rise. When we rise, you rise. When everyone's rising, it's just going to keep going.
Yes. 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 Amen. I love it. Well, thanks for your time. It's been
so
fun.
So good. So good. So reach out to us. Any questions? We have the retreat and mastermind starting next. Well, we have our first like a community call on the 18th, right? And then the in-person retreat is on the 20th in Tempe, Arizona. And then we have a few expander calls afterwards. It's a whole thing. So if you have any questions, let us know. We'd love to have you.
Oh, absolutely. If you're feeling the vibe, reach out to us.
Yes, I know. We've got a vibe.
Yeah, we do. I love it. Fun collaboration.
Yes.
Getting things done. I love it. All right. We'll see you.
All right. Bye.